The wrestling world just witnessed something absolutely insane, and you need to hear every single detail of what went down because this moment is going to be talked about for years to come. Jade Cargill has done it. She has climbed to the absolute pinnacle of women's wrestling by capturing the WWE Women's Championship in a match that had everyone on the edge of their seats from bell to bell. If you love wrestling and you're not subscribed yet, hit that button right now because we're bringing you all the biggest moments as they happen. Saturday night's main event delivered a championship clash that will be etched in history forever. Jade Cargill walked into that arena as a challenger with everything to prove and walked out as the champion with everything validated. Tiffany Stratton came into this match as the defending champion, confident and determined to prove that she belonged at the top of the division. The atmosphere was electric from the moment both women's entrance music hit the speakers. You could feel the tension building as they made their way to the ring, knowing that only one of them would leave with the gold draped over their shoulder. The match started with both competitors circling each other, studying their opponent, looking for any opening or weakness to exploit. Tiffany struck first with a quick series of strikes, trying to use her speed advantage to keep Jade off balance. But Jade's power was undeniable from the opening moments. When she caught Tiffany mid-move and hoisted her up for a delayed vertical suplex, holding her in the air for what seemed like forever, the crowd erupted. That's the kind of raw strength that makes Jade such a special athlete and such a dangerous opponent for anyone on the roster. Tiffany showed why she was champion though, fighting back with incredible resilience and technical prowess. She targeted Jade's legs, trying to chop down the bigger woman and neutralize her power advantage. A chop block sent Jade stumbling, and Tiffany immediately went on the offensive with a series of stomps and elbow drops to the knee. The strategy was clear and it was working. Jade's mobility was being compromised and Tiffany sensed blood in the water. She hit a beautiful standing moonsault that got a close 2 count and had half the arena thinking the match might be over already. But Jade is not someone who stays down easily. She powered out of a submission attempt with sheer force, literally lifting Tiffany off the ground while still trapped in a leg lock and throwing her across the ring. The display of strength got a huge reaction from the crowd. Jade started building momentum with clotheslines that nearly took Tiffany's head off. A spinebuster shook the entire ring and you could see Tiffany struggling to catch her breath. Jade was taking control and the tide of the match was shifting dramatically. Tiffany managed to roll out of the ring to create some distance and recover, but Jade wasn't about to let her opponent catch a breather. She followed Tiffany outside and the action spilled into the ringside area. Tiffany tried to use the environment to her advantage, dodging Jade's attacks and causing her to crash into the steel steps. The sound of Jade's shoulder hitting that unforgiving steel echoed throughout the arena. Tiffany quickly rolled back into the ring, clearly trying to get a count-out victory, but Jade made it back in at the count of 8, showing the heart and determination that got her to this championship opportunity in the first place. The champion tried to capitalize on the damaged shoulder, wrenching Jade's arm and delivering targeted strikes to the injury. A single-arm DDT planted Jade face first on the canvas and Tiffany went for the cover. 1, 2, and Jade kicked out with authority, sending Tiffany flying. The near fall didn't discourage the champion though. She climbed to the top rope, looking to put the match away with her signature move. The crowd rose to their feet as Tiffany steadied herself on the top turnbuckle, measuring Jade for what could be the finishing blow. Tiffany launched herself through the air with a spectacular dive, but Jade got her knees up at the last possible second. Tiffany crashed hard and the momentum of the match shifted again. Both women were down, the referee starting his count as the crowd rallied behind both competitors. They met in the center of the ring and began trading strikes, forearms and elbows flying back and forth in a display of pure fighting spirit. Neither woman was willing to back down or show any weakness. Jade started to get the better of the exchange, her power shots doing more damage with each connection. A massive pump kick caught Tiffany square in the face and dropped her to the mat. Jade signaled that it was time to end this, pumping up the crowd and feeding off their energy. She grabbed Tiffany and set her up for her devastating finishing maneuver. The entire arena held its collective breath as Jade lifted Tiffany high into the air. Jaded. The move connected with thunderous impact and Tiffany crashed to the canvas with no way to defend herself. Jade hooked the leg for the cover. The referee slid into position. 1, 2, 3. The bell rang and the crowd exploded. Jade Cargill had done it. She had defeated Tiffany Stratton to become the new WWE Women's Champion. The referee handed Jade the championship belt and she held it high above her head, tears streaming down her face as the reality of what she had just accomplished sank in. This was the moment she had dreamed about, worked for, and sacrificed for. All the training, all the matches, all the setbacks had led to this one perfect moment. Tiffany Stratton, to her credit, showed tremendous class in defeat. After taking a moment to collect herself, she approached Jade in the center of the ring. The two women locked eyes and Tiffany extended her hand. Jade accepted the handshake and the former champion raised Jade's arm in the air, acknowledging the better woman on this night. It was a powerful moment of sportsmanship that showed the respect these two competitors have for each other despite the intensity of their rivalry. The celebration continued as Jade climbed each turnbuckle, displaying her newly won championship to every section of the arena. Fireworks and pyrotechnics exploded around the stage area, creating a spectacular visual backdrop for this historic moment. Fellow wrestlers came out from the back to congratulate Jade, hugging her and celebrating this incredible achievement. You could see the emotion on everyone's faces, understanding the significance of what had just transpired. This victory represents so much more than just winning a championship. Jade Cargill has been on an incredible journey since arriving in WWE. She came in with high expectations and huge potential, but potential means nothing if you can't deliver when the lights are brightest and the stakes are highest. Tonight, Jade proved that she belongs at the very top of this industry. She proved that the hype was real, that the confidence was justified, and that she is what it takes to be the face of the women's division. The match quality was outstanding from start to finish. Both women brought their absolute best and delivered a contest that will be remembered for a long time. The back-and-forth action kept everyone guessing about who would emerge victorious. The near falls had the crowd gasping. The big moves had everyone jumping out of their seats. This is exactly what championship wrestling should be, and both Jade and Tiffany deserve enormous credit for the performance they put on. Looking ahead, Jade Cargill as champion opens up so many exciting possibilities for the women's division. There are dream matches waiting to happen. There are rivalries ready to be ignited. There are challengers already lining up for their shot at the gold. Jade has proven she can win the championship, but now comes the even harder part, keeping it. Every woman in that locker room is going to want to be the one who takes the title from Jade Cargill. The target is now firmly planted on her back. Tiffany Stratton's championship reign may have come to an end, but this is far from the last we'll see of her competing at the highest level. She showed incredible skill and determination in this match, and losing to someone like Jade Cargill is nothing to be ashamed of. Tiffany will undoubtedly get another opportunity, and you can bet she'll be even more dangerous the next time she challenges for the title. This rivalry might not be over, and a rematch down the line could be absolutely explosive. The women's division in WWE has never been stronger, and adding Jade Cargill as champion only elevates things to another level. She brings a unique combination of power, athleticism, and charisma that makes her a special attraction. When Jade Cargill is on your screen, you pay attention. When she's in the ring, you can't look away. That star power combined with legitimate wrestling ability makes her the complete package as a champion. Saturday night's main event has always been about creating those special moments that live forever in wrestling history. This show delivered exactly that with Jade Cargill's championship victory. Years from now, fans will look back and remember where they were when they watched Jade win her first WWE Women's Championship. That's the power of professional wrestling at its finest, creating memories and moments that transcend the sport itself. The reaction on social media has been absolutely massive, with fans, fellow wrestlers, and media members all celebrating this historic moment. The hashtags were trending worldwide within minutes of the match ending. Photos and videos of Jade holding the championship flooded every platform. This is the kind of moment that breaks through and reaches beyond just the hardcore wrestling audience. People who don't normally watch wrestling were talking about Jade Cargill tonight. What makes this victory even more special is the journey Jade has been on. She's worked incredibly hard to develop her skills and prove that she deserves this spot. There were doubters along the way who questioned whether she was ready for this level. There were critics who said she was being pushed too fast. Tonight, Jade silenced every single one of those voices with a performance that left no doubt about her capabilities. She earned this championship through talent, hard work, and an unwavering belief in herself. The celebration in the ring eventually gave way to Jade making her way up the ramp, championship held high, soaking in every second of this achievement. The look on her face said everything about what this means to her. This wasn't just about winning a title, it was about validating everything she's worked for and proving that she belongs among the elite in this business. The image of Jade Cargill standing at the top of the ramp, championship over her shoulder, fireworks exploding behind her, will be shown in video packages and highlights for years to come. For everyone watching at home and everyone in that arena, this was a night that delivered everything you could want from professional wrestling. Drama, excitement, incredible action, and a finish that felt satisfying and earned. Jade Cargill is your new WWE Women's Champion, and the landscape of the entire division has just shifted. This is only the beginning of what promises to be an incredible championship reign. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to this channel so you don't miss any of the fallout from this historic night and all the action that's coming next.